Hi, this is, I forgot my glasses again. Hi, this is Sherry Andrea. I just didn't want you to have to stare at the glare. Hi, Sherry Andrea here, and it is August 1st. August 1st, um, 2015, Saturday, and I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you for listening. This video is about how I got started with Reiki. Many people ask me that question. Many of even my friends ask me that question, how I got started with Reiki. And so I figured I'd make this video, and I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. I know that when it comes to explaining things, stories of my life, experiences, it can go on forever, but I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. Okay. First of all, don't forget, if you're looking for information on getting attuned to Reiki, if you want to get a free attunement, you can go to www.sherryspeaks.com. You do need the www before the sherryspeaks.com. Also, you can go there to not only get free attunements, but also to read. I have the blog there. Also, to get custom certificates made. They're only $1.25 each. And I go ahead and do the work for you. You know, the certificates, I've really worked hard on them to make them look super, super nice. I've made them in a way that you can print them out on certificate paper, thick bond paper, and frame them yourselves. There is color to them, so if you do get them printed in color, they'll look super nice. But if you don't get them printed in color, if you just get them printed in black and white, they'll still look really nice. The graphics are really nice and everything. And many of you have been going there, have been. Also, you can request from me a chakra clearing and balancing. I've been doing a lot of them lately. I was doing consultations also along with them, but I've taken the consultations down. However, I am still working with people that are getting the chakra clearing and balancing, um, um, combining coaching with it, because the chakra clearing and balancing is only $5. And for some people that have either ongoing issues, specific issues, they really want to get to the bottom of it. They really want to be able to resolve it and keep it resolved. Coaching works well. Coaching is only $10 for an hour for a coaching session. And what we do is, for example, I did one yesterday, and what we do is I ask you certain key questions. So not only are you working through some of the issues during the session, then I follow it up with doing a chakra clearing and balancing for you to complete the task. And then I give you also some things to do for yourself to keep those chakras clear. It may be using a mandala, a certain mandala, like that will target that chakra. A certain stretching exercise. Yesterday, I recommended to someone a certain yoga pose for them to hold for a few minutes in the morning. That'll help keep their solar plexus clear. So it's really cool. So you can go to my website to find all of that. Also, we have a new community on Google Plus, and the link I'm putting in the description to this video. Please come join, because once I get enough people there, I will start doing Google Hangouts. Now, my issue with doing like Blog Talk Radio, Google Hangouts, always is a time, because so many of you, you're all over the place, different parts of the United States, different parts of the country. So my issue is always, what time should I do these things? So it would really, really help me if you go to the Google Plus community that I created, join, and I'll put up a poll there, where you can just basically answer the question of what would be your most ideal time to participate in a Google Hangout. I'd have no problem doing it a couple of days a week, couple times a day. I have no issue with that. It's just that I hate showing up and I'm the only one there. I'm fun, but I'm not that much fun. Okay, so let's get to it then. Okay, so the way I got started, and I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. First of all, somewhere around 2005, I went through a depression. Honestly, I really think it was postpartum depression that I never had resolved, that I never did anything about. And it eventually, comes out. These things eventually come to the surface in a big way and start manifesting in your life. And so all of a sudden, just like night and day, one day, I was going through this depression where just couldn't stop crying. And I knew that the solution to my problem was not medication. Although some doctors really tried to convince me that that's what I needed and I need to stay on medication the rest of my life. But I knew that was not the solution. I knew that what I needed to do was to actually talk to somebody and to actually talk my way through this, through what was going on. After about 6 months doing this trial, I was doing a clinical trial for depression. Yes, I did that. All the while knowing that wasn't the solution to my problems. I couldn't even stay awake. The medication they gave me ended up not being a placebo. The medication they gave me, I couldn't even stay awake. And I was thinking, how do people do this? How are they on this medication and still can function in their lives? How do they get anything done? I can't even stay awake. So, I really hadn't begun working on myself, but I'd begun becoming more aware of what was going on around me. And I had become more aware, and at the same time, I want to say my son was around 3-ish. He had a lot of abilities, and he was talking to spirits, and he was talking to my grandfather. He was talking to his father's father, and there was just a lot going on, a lot manifesting around me and my son. And I kind of felt like there was some type of energy around me that I had going on that I felt like I was fighting with. And so I was ordering sage on eBay one day, and I don't know why, but I messaged the lady to ask her a question and ended up telling her pretty much my whole life story and what was going on with me. And she recommended a book to me called Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting by Lynn Grabhorn. It turned out to be a law of attraction book. I didn't know anything about the law of attraction, just like I didn't know anything about Reiki at the time. By chapter 2, my life was changed. I've recommended this book to other people, and it has had the same effect on them. My friend Sam, hi Sam. Sam has done amazing and wonderful things in the last 2 months. In the last 2 months, what she has been able to manifest in her life is just, it's blowing my mind. So this book, by the second chapter, my life was changed. I was cured. And I had begun looking for ways to not only raise my vibrations, so in using the law of attraction so I could be more effective, but also ways to permanently raise my vibrations, but ways to, when I was practicing the law of attraction, so that I could at that time have a way to control my vibrations, raise them as high as possible. I went on the internet and started looking, and I came across Reiki. I didn't know anything about it, and I started reading and, reading about, some of the benefits, what it can do for you. And there was that key word, vibrations. And so even without reading further, I was like, yep, that's what I need. I'm going to do that. And I went ahead and I requested the attunement, and basically, that is literally how I started in Reiki. Now, I know now that I was being guided. I didn't know it then, but all of the things that I ended up doing, looking back, they were like stepping stones. Everything, awakening to my empathy awakening more, and that leading me to looking for ways to fully awaken it, finding Reiki, all of these things were stepping stones for where I was going, even though I didn't know it. So when I started in Reiki, I actually got attuned and actually didn't use it for like a year. I did practice it in the very beginning. So yes, I did practice it. I did work on learning the symbols, how to use them. I did practice doing attunements the way the manual says. I practiced on inanimate objects. I practiced on my dog. I practiced on myself. So I did practice a lot in the beginning. But then I didn't use it for a while. And I didn't use it on anyone else. Like I didn't attune anyone else. I didn't really get into it for a year. So after I got attuned and after I learned Reiki, Reiki is actually what led me to information about meditation and chakra work. Again, two things that I knew nothing about. And literally at that time, I was thinking, how could I have gone my whole life and I've never heard of these things? And that's what I was thinking. And so now, here's the funny thing. Before I got attuned to Reiki, before I found anything about Reiki, before I even knew about it, after I'd read the book, Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting, I actually started practicing flowing energy for the purpose of being able to flow energy out to the universe so that the universe would owe me something back so I could manifest things into my life. I was only trying to manifest basic things. Job opportunities. Yes, I did use it to try to manifest a boyfriend, I admit. But it was more like practice. I really tested it out by trying to manifest in different ways to see what the result was. Sorry if I have to keep looking at my screen. So I did really practice with it to try to test it out, try to see what worked, what didn't work, paying a lot of attention to synchronicity. So like I said, I was already using energy work even before I came across Reiki, not knowing what I was doing. Well, I used to stand in the middle of the floor with bare feet, close my eyes, and imagine flowing energy into me from like the ocean or the moon, and imagine flowing that energy through me and back out to the universe. And I remember it would be like a little mini earthquake under my feet. Literally, I was like wondering what was going on. It was like the ground was shaking underneath me. So I knew that I had this skill at moving energy even before I knew anything about Reiki. So for some of you have had experiences even before you started doing Reiki, and this is important because you have to know in your mind, you had some skill even before you got attuned to Reiki. Even without Reiki, you had skill and you could do energy work. You already had this ability. This is something, energy work, this is something you could already work on and develop even before you came across Reiki. And so now you're getting into Reiki. Okay, this is great. So really, just like I did, what you need to do is you need to learn it. You need to practice it. You need to start meditating. You definitely, absolutely need to start learning about the chakra system. You need to learn the chakra system, the basics of it. You also need to learn what the different chakras control. What manifests when they're blocked or out of balance. What manifests, if the chakras are in balance and unblocked. You need to learn all these things because when you're helping people with Reiki, and when people come to you and they're like, oh, I have this problem, I've been suffering this, I've been suffering that, you'll actually kind of know already what chakra that points to, what they're having a problem with, what chakra may be blocked. Now, I'm not saying that because you should target a certain chakra. I'm just saying that because it'll help you have a starting point It'll also help you be able to, if you're going to have a session with them when you talk to them, it'll help you talk to them and zero in on what originally caused the chakra to be blocked, which is what I often do with people. I'll talk to them and we'll be able to pinpoint when that chakra got blocked, what incident, what happened, how it affected them, how that incident affected them that blocked the chakra. And there's a certain letting go even of realizing the truth of what happened and what you've got going on that helps to begin the process of clearing it even before I do energy work on someone. So that's basically my story about how I ended up coming across Reiki and deciding to get attuned. Literally, one thing led to another. And many of you probably have the same story about how you found out about Reiki. Yeah, it may have been through a friend. It may have been because you got on the internet and you started searching for answers to something and you came across Reiki. And once you did, there was something that said, that's for me. That's what I need. Something deep inside you where you connected with it and you knew that was something you needed to do. But make no mistake, it's also a stepping stone. It's not the end of your journey. It's just the beginning. It's your starting point. And hopefully your starting point and where you're going is working on becoming a true healer. So a lot of working on yourself. So if you're just starting out, definitely you need to start working on yourself, doing meditations every day, doing chakra work. And in doing chakra work, clearing chakras, when there's a problem, an issue that needs to be worked on, usually from doing the chakra work, it'll be brought to the surface. So all you need to do is pay attention, be aware. Things as simple and as subtle as getting into an argument with a friend, always asking that question, what does this point to that I need to work on? What does this incident, you may be still saying, oh, well, they did this or they said that. But still, sorry about that, my phone is ringing. And it's Samantha calling, the one I was telling you I recommended the book to that did amazing, wonderful things with it. But anyway, so that is my story about how I got into Reiki, and please excuse my phone ringing in the background, but that is my basic story about how I got into Reiki and how it started for me. I'd, love to hear your story. Feel free to comment, share with others how you got into it or how it changed your life. I'm sure others would be helped by the information, also would be helped to know and to feel that kind of connection to other people that says, okay, you're not alone. You're in this with a lot of other people. It's not just you alone sitting at your house working on this. There's a lot of us out there, and that's why, I want to start doing the Google Hangouts. If I get enough people to join the community on Google Plus, then we'll start doing the Hangouts. And then we can get together and you can have other people where you feel like, yes, I've got other people to talk to that have my similar interests now. So anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me your time. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to take the time to go on the internet, Google, read about the chakras, take in as much as you can, and then use meditation to turn that information you're taking in from knowledge to understanding. Even if you read things that are complex and you don't understand them, doesn't mean not to read them. Read them anyway. You wouldn't believe how much reading I did in the beginning, where I was reading for hours, things that were so above my head that I couldn't grasp. That does not mean stop reading. Keep reading. Because even though you, on the outside, you don't understand it, you don't get it, you're not grasping anything, guess what? You're taking all that knowledge in still. You're appending it to your memory body. When it's time, your meditations will turn that into understanding. And one day, all those things that you read that right now you don't get, you will get them. It'll become clear to you, just like that. So thank you and have a great day. Namaste.